All right, all right. This is the Horus Hour storytelling show that tells true stories about everything. That's right, everything. Now, I wanted to tell a funny story, you know, get a few laughs in. But man, I couldn't find anything or think of anything to laugh about. Not at this time, not with all the crazy stuff that's going on. Okay? We got Javion McGee hanging from a tree, 21-year-old man, okay, in North Carolina, doing his job, driving a truck, okay? And this young man, 21 years old, makes his delivery in North Carolina. And next thing you know, he's hanging from a tree. Don't know how he got in the tree. To tie a rope around the tree and hang himself. I used to find that. How can one person actually tie a rope around their own neck and hang from a tree, especially when they said a rope was wrapped around his neck like 11 times or something? But that's crazy. What else is crazy is Marcellus Willis, accused of killing this reporter in 1998, was found innocent by the Innocence Project, they have going on in 2017, okay, through DNA evidence, found that he was innocent in 2017. He is still in jail, about to get executed. This is 2024. Why is he still in jail? Why is he about to be executed? And they know he's innocent. That's crazy. Okay? Now, I done called to sign a petition. I done even called the mayor's office. Mike Parson, that's the mayor. Now, if you don't think that this mayor is a white devil, go look at his picture. Because all devils don't have a pitchfork, horns on their head, and a long tail. They look like that guy. That's evil. Evil. Trying to pretend. Okay, bet you he's a Christian. A devil in disguise. Okay, how can somebody that have any kind of conscience, any kind of heart, let an innocent man, knowing they're innocent, die? The innocent man is still in jail, and it's 2017. In 2017, he was found innocent. Through blood, through the DNA. You can't get more innocent than that. Okay? If the DNA proves that you wasn't there, come on. What else you got to do? The evil that goes on. Okay? Pimps, preachers, and politicians. The worst. The worst. Why? Because your preacher is a pimp. Don't think he ain't pimping you. Okay? You go to work. You work that job, whatever job it is, working all day. for a week. So instead of you taking care of yourself, taking care of your family, taking care of your neighbors, taking care of your friends, you finna go and let that preacher pimp you, and you give him all your hard money. Not only do you give him tithes, you got to pay. It's like you tithing means you got to pay to go to that church. Okay? Then you give your offering. Okay? You do all of that. And he telling you giving your money to Jesus. And you, okay. Ain't he a politician too? Ain't that where people go to vote? They go to their local church. And that's when you see the politicians come. Right around the time it's about the, election time. Only time you see their ass. Okay, the politicians come right before the election. They want to come and worship their Jesus. You ain't figured out been worshiping the devil. Okay, I done told you about this King James. Okay, I done told you about him. Why don't you guys pick up a book and read about him too? Okay, and you'll find out the same thing I found out. All right, demonology. Demonology. This is a book he wrote, King James. Demonology. He killed his mother. The whole Christian religion started off by these Christians killing, raping, dehumanizing, and stealing these lands they call America. How in the hell do you think they're going to do something nice for you when they got a liquor store and a church on every corner? I guarantee you go in the hood, you're going to see a church, a liquor store, and a fast food joint. Do you know you're eating poison when you go to that fast food joint? You already know this, right? You know all these fast food joints are selling you poison. Okay? They got one place offering burgers for a penny. 1 penny. Why is that? Think about the time they're doing it. You know, this is a new time, this new moon that's going out, this new full moon. And this is a time where the energies are, supposed to be vibrating high. This is a time right now that you should be in some deep meditation, grounding yourself to the earth. Take your shoes and socks off, plant your feet in the ground, open up that third eye. But not if they selling you a burger for a penny. You're going to clog up everything. You're going to clog up that third eye. They're going to clog up them bowels. Eat them burgers. Bet you ain't going to be able to take a dump for a week. Look at all that stuff they putting in it. And they even telling you they putting that trash in it. Okay. So they know what they're doing. So you keep on believing in that crazy ass religion. I haven't figured out why people still believe in that. People still waiting on Jesus. My mama been waiting on Jesus. My mama been praying to Jesus, hoping, telling me that Jesus coming since 1984, when I was working at Taco Hell, getting robbed every weekend. So since 1984, not one sign of Jesus yet. Not a one. The church was praying every week when I was there. Okay. They actually stopped. Okay. We did not stop getting robbed until they ordered some bulletproof glass and changed the whole thing and got a drive-through put in there, because we didn't have a drive-through at first. So they put a drive-through in, bulletproof glass, and that's what stopped the doggone robberies. That was it. So bulletproof glass, no Jesus. Okay. It is 2024 now. I mean, wow. That's a long time. And that's a long time to be stuck in a religion that you get no benefits from. You get no benefits from it. And then you see how your religion got started, and you still want to hoop and holler about Jesus. You looking in it. Look, have you guys ever seen Good Times? Good Times. I don't know why they called the show Good Times, because it seemed like they was always having bad times. Now, Florida, she was a Jesus fan, right? Because they had, what a whole lot of black folks had in. They got this same picture of this white Jesus with the long hair. I know that picture very well because my grandma had the same picture hanging in our house and my grandma's house. Same picture of the white Jesus. Okay. Do you know that that same picture was hanging up on the wall when my grandma cut my afro? Now here it is. I'm 7 years old trying to get my afro to be like Michael Jackson. And my grandma just came from church and they said, it's a shame for a man to wear long hair. So when I got home, when we came home from church, my grandma whipped out some clippers. I'm like, Grandma, what you finna do with those? It's a shame for men to wear long hair. I looked up on the wall and I said, his hair is all the way past his shoulders. That's Jesus, ain't it? Well, if Jesus can have long hair, why can't I? Man, my grandma cut my hair off. I was crying. I was so mad that I put on my brand new church shoes and went outside and started stumping in the mud and said, I won't be able to go to church no more because my shoes is messed up. That's what I thought. That was one day I got to switch. Okay. One day I got to switch. Anyway, back to Florida Evans and her picture of Jesus on the wall. Now, Michael, the youngest, he's a soul brother. Okay. He's into his black history. And back then, black history only lasted a week. But I think it was Michael who got it pushed up to a month. Because Michael was always talking about black power. Now, Michael goes out and Michael gets this, Michael tells JJ to enter this contest, right? And JJ paints a picture of black Jesus. He put Jesus black. Now, Michael hangs the black Jesus up on the wall. When Michael hangs that black Jesus up on the wall, man, they start getting all kind of good luck. Okay? They had a reason to call that show Good Times. Okay? Michael got $5. Michael came back in the house, said, I got me $5. They daddy came home with all kind of presents. Bought Florida a brand new coat. Had fur on the collar. And Florida said, y'all take that black Jesus down. This is the white Jesus. That's the only one I know. So no matter how much good luck they was having with the black Jesus, she still wanted to put the white Jesus up that was giving them all the bad luck. It made no sense to me. Why, when you're getting all the good luck with the black Jesus, you want to put the white Jesus back on the wall? To make a long story short, they came to a compromise. And the compromise was, you can hang the black Jesus up for Black History Week, but he can only hang up on the side of Jesus, on the side of the white Jesus. So you got to hang up the white Jesus and the black Jesus, but the black Jesus can only stay up during Black History Week. They didn't even have a whole month then. So y'all thank Michael Evans for Black History Month. Okay. It should just be history, true history, the real history. And we ain't really black anyway. We ain't black, so why do we even call ourselves black? I've never seen a black human being in my life. I ain't never seen a white human being in my life. Just different shades of brown. And that's it. Okay? Now, I don't want to leave without speaking another truth of somebody that's in jail that shouldn't be in there. And that's Dr. Malachi Z. York, who has brought us the truth about your whole religion. Okay? Your religion goes back, what, 6,000 years. Okay? Dr. Malachi Z. York is the only person I've ever heard that talk about 76 trillion years of information. Once I started reading the books by Dr. Malachi Z. York, I never had to search for another book to explain anything to me. He explains everything in detail. You have to remember, he's the master teacher. He was sent to this planet for this. Okay? He is the real Tahiti, the real Troth in human form. Okay? This is the body he chose when to come here as Tahiti. He's got many different names. Troth and all the different religions have the different names, but they're talking about the same person. Okay? In your holy Bible, he would actually be John the Baptist in your holy Bible, because remember, Jesus said he was already here. It was somebody much greater than him. Okay? And he said much greater. Okay? So he came here teaching the truth, not like your preachers preaching to you and not giving you any answers. Dr. Malachi Z. York gives answers, factual information. That's the Wusabat culture. That's why I like the Wusabat culture. They only deal with facts, factual information, facts that can be proven, facts. Okay? So Dr. Malachi Z. York explains everything. He teaches. That's why they call him the master teacher. So what happens when you become so loving, so kind, so generous, teaching true knowledge, true history, to raise the vibration of people, your people, the people in this planet? What happens when a human being does this? Because he's only showed us love, true love. They falsely accuse him of heinous crimes and lock him up in jail and give him 135 years. So that's what they do to people that's trying to raise the vibration of this planet, that brings you the truth, and they can't handle it. Okay? You come with that much truth, that much love, what you think gonna happen? You don't think your own family gonna turn on you? You don't think that's gonna happen? I know. Don't think my family didn't turn on me when I raised my vibration, drop my slave name. I didn't just choose. You think I just dropped my slave name and just chose Horus? No, it didn't happen that way. Okay, because when I was growing up, I didn't know nothing about Horus. My mama was teaching me about Jesus. All right, but I knew one thing: it never resonated with me. It never made sense because they said he died on the cross to save people from their sins. I've never seen that in the Bible anywhere. Read it twice. I didn't see not one time it said he came to save you from your sins. Not a once. But I do figure out, who are they talking about? Did you know they're talking about 3 different people? 3 different Jesuses. 3 of them. How is that possible? One of them, read your own Bible, man. See, that's another thing. I know you Christians don't read it. You just talk, run, or you listen to what your preacher is preaching. You ain't had nobody to teach you anything. Okay? Why don't you ask the questions of why his own disciples are calling him the evil one? Ask that question. Ask the other question. Why is he naked washing men's feet? When back then, your wife was the only one that can touch your feet. Okay? I'm not saying anything bad about him being a homosexual, because I have no problem with anybody sexual orientation or what some grown, 2 consenting grown adults do in the privacy of their own home. I can care less. You guys are the ones that hate homosexuals. Okay, you guys are the one that hate that stuff. Okay, so no, it don't make sense to me. You guys talk about how much you hate it, okay, and all this stuff, but then you still got Puff Daddy, Medea, what's that dude's name? That Tyler Perry. And what's the other one? TD Blakes in a hot tub together. That's the dude you go worship on Sunday? Really? That's the dude you letting pimp you out? You go work all your hard week or two to get that paycheck and go give it to him. You think you ain't being pimped out? You think you're not being pimped when he driving around in his Rolls Royce and you got a Honda Civic? Give me a effing break. This dude got a Learjet and you can barely pay your light bill. Come on, man. Wake up. Wake up. Okay? I mean, read your own Bible. Now I can see, just looking at him, that he's a meat eater. I can see that just by looking at him. And your own Bible tells you not to eat of the flesh. So why does he get to eat of the flesh and then try to tell you how to live your life? Not only that, aren't the animals sacred? That's why they don't kill the cows in India. Aren't they sacred animals? Man, it's time to wake up. Wake up, okay? And smell the coffee and see what's really going on, okay? Maybe when you wake up, you can have some real good times, okay? Anyway, that's all I got to say for the day. I love you. And hey, let's get better. Let's treat each other better, okay? Especially the men out here. You got to treat your women right, man. Come on. Be a real man. You know, I know they hard to find. See, I learned from my grandpa. That's when they had the real men, okay? So, you know, because my grandpa was born in the 1800s, bro. Okay? They treat women a whole lot different. Okay? I know it's hard to do it, you know. Sometimes they mistake your loving for being a nice guy and they start trying to run all over you. But if you meet the right person, you'll know. Okay, you meet that, especially if you like looking for a soulmate or something. That's all you got to do is, you know, you vibrate high, then you'll find somebody that's vibrating high just like you. And don't settle for less. Okay? Find yourself first, love yourself first. Then you can treat everybody with love and respect. Okay? And that goes for the women too, because sometimes y'all run into a nice guy, you know, uh, 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 and then just take advantage of the brother. I mean, man, I mean, come on. The guy's trying to be nice to you, all right? Or is he being loving? Okay, because you know, nice guys is they okay, it's a difference between a nice guy and a loving guy. A nice guy is mostly doing stuff so he can get something back, or you know, no matter what it is, you know, he's looking for something. Okay. Um, a loving guy is just doing something out the kindness of his heart, or he's just doing the right thing. It's like, hey, I know this is the right thing to do, so this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, like I tell you why my uh, ex mother-in-law was the first person to call me Horus and start telling me that I'm Horus because I was a young guy then. I was only 21. I was well when I started dating her daughter. I was 20. Didn't know that her daughter was 16. I had no idea because she lied to me and showed me a fake ID. Okay, we ended up living together. Okay, but she had a baby. All right, that was not my son, but I treated him as if he was my very own. You would not know the difference. Okay, because he sure didn't. All right. And then she was like, hey, you giving my daughter your entire paycheck. And that is not your wife. And that is not your baby. I just told her, we live together. So that is my wife. And that is my baby. So as a man, and I'm going to be gone for 24 hours. Yes, she can have my entire paycheck because that is to take care of my baby or her baby. But I felt it was my baby too, and her. So I'm gone. Something happens. She got all the money to take care of whatever she wants. I don't care. Okay. So I don't need anything. And plus, she was, and that was one thing I liked. But at least she, she cooked and she cleaned, so I didn't need any money. She was always making the food, cooking dinner and everything, and that's all I needed. Shoot, you know, had a place to lay my head and a hot meal. Okay, and a lot of love when I came home, because when I came home, the baby was like, "Daddy, daddy, daddy." Every time I came home, "Daddy, daddy." When I leave, be crying and the whole nine. And her mother was like, "What young man is going to work the hours you work and give that your entire paycheck to this woman?" And she goes, and then plus, the baby was crying for you for 5 days. I'm like, what? She said, no baby cries for no man for not no 5 days. Babies don't cry for nobody for 5 days. And she said, this baby cried for you for 5 days. A black man has never entered my house, but you can come anytime you want, and you do not have to bring my daughter. You can bring any girl you want to come over here. Okay. And then she said, I know why you're so loving. I know why you're so kind. I know why you're so generous. I'm like, oh, yeah. And she said, it's because you're Horus, the Christ. This is what she told me. And I said, I don't even believe in no Jesus Christ. And she said, I'm not talking about no Jesus Christ. Horus is the Christ. That's what she told me. And she told me they stole that whole story from Horus. This is what she said. Then she wanted me to go ask my mom why she named me Harlan. She's like, because that was my, that's what I would go by. That was my slave name. Okay. But, after I woke up and you know, was privileged, privileged to have the new information, which came, what, 20 something years later? It came like 25 years later, okay, when I found out who I really was, okay, and all the proof that goes with it. All right. So, yeah, so it's like I have no doubt who I am. And can't nobody else on the planet even say, can't nobody else on this planet say they me. Because can't nobody else on this planet gonna say that their body measurements matches the same body measurements they used to build the Temple of Horus. If that's a coincidence, then baby, and I don't know what else. I don't know what to tell you, but there's no such thing as a coincidence. Okay, and I know for a fact that's impossible for a temple in Giza, Egypt, to have my exact same body measurements. So hey, and in the birthmarks and all that stuff too. The spearheads on the side of my chest. Yeah. But anyway, I know who I am, and I hope that you know who you are too, because then you'll know that you have that Christ spirit in you. You are the Christ, okay? You don't have to go looking nowhere but within. So you are the Christ. And there was never a Jesus Christ coming back. It was always Christ consciousness, okay? I have it, and you have it too, okay? So you learn who you are, and then you'll learn to shine. Peace, love, and happiness to you. I'm out.